Hey YouTube, this is Rasmussen Park Fan 62. It is Thursday, November 17th at about 6 o'clock. Now, I'm going to try and keep this as short, as sweet as I can. Um, but I'm going, this is a preview for Survivor Series War Games 2022. Now, there is going to be a men's War Games versus a women's War Games, and then so far, two matches have been announced past that. So, as of now, for the men's war games, is the Bloodline, which is Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Solo Sokoa, versus the Brawling Brutes, which is Sheamus, uh, Butch, and the other guy, I can't think of his name, Drew McIntyre, and another guy to be decided. Now, that last guy is going to be interesting because we may learn that either on SmackDown tomorrow or the following SmackDown, one of the two. Now, the problem with that is it depends on one who they decide, two how they put them in this, because the Bloodlines probably made a lot of people mad. So that will be an interesting match. And supposedly, from what I'm hearing, that is going to be the main event. I can't say for sure, um, but like I said, now the women's War Games matches, which I don't know where that's going to fit on the card as of now, which will be Damage Control, which will be um, Bailey, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Nikki Cross, along with Rhea Ripley, uh, versus Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Mia Yim, and then another person to be decided. Now, okay, this last person for Bianca's team is going to be an interesting one because you have 3 to 4 options you can choose from in this. They are Candice LeRae, Beth Phoenix. I will get to why Beth Phoenix in a minute. Um, and a person that is supposed to be coming back who has beef with Dakota, Tegan Knox, for what she did to with what Dakota did to Tegan at War Games 2019. So, um, out of those options, who do I think could fill that spot? Honestly, as of now, now I'm not saying Tegan's coming, but I say it's mostly either going to be Candice LeRae or Beth Phoenix because uh, we haven't seen Candice LeRae in weeks um, with the beatdown that they did. Um, so, because that beatdown was right around Halloween. So, there's that. And with Beth Phoenix, with what Judgment Day did with Edge, along with Rhea doing the concerto to her at Extreme Rules back in October. So there's that. Now, honestly, and the thing is too is Beth Phoenix is probably one of the only women on the roster who could put up a fight with Rhea Ripley. I'm not saying Candice or Tegan couldn't. I'm just saying with how Beth Phoenix is, she could be the only one who can. Um, as far as that last member, as of now, I am going to say either Candice or Beth Phoenix. Um, who exactly, I don't know at this point. We will have to see. They did announce on Raw that a member of from Bianca's team is going to face a member of Damage Control. I think that's how it worked. So to see who will get the edge first at the Survivor Series War Games. Now, as of now, we have two matches past the War Games. So the first one is Ronda versus Shotzi for the SmackDown Women's title. Okay. Here's the problem I have with it. Ronda basically has backup with her, and that's Shayna Baszler. I don't know if Shotzi has backup with her to deal with Shayna. Now, I don't know if Shayna is going to be with her at ringside for that match or not, but that is one that is going to be interesting to see. But I do think, unfortunately, Ronda will beat Shotzi. Now, for the second match is AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. This one is going to be an interesting one for a multitude of reasons. Because you're also going to see in this match, in some sort of fashion, the OC, along with Mia, possibly, depending on when the Women's War Games match was, along with when this match is, versus Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley. So that is going to be one of the key factors in there. And like if you saw the outcome of Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the main event of Raw this past week, you will know that both Judgment Day and the OC got involved, along with Mia Yim and Rhea Ripley. So that is going to be one of the key ones to look at, because you're going to have both clubs getting involved. Who will win that? I don't really know at this point. But if I had to guess, due to some outside shenanigans, I do think, unfortunately, Judgment Day will. Maybe I'm wrong. But as of now, I see Bloodline winning the men's War Games match. I see in some sort of way Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Mia Yim, and a person to be decided. Because I think that's going to be the other thing too. So we're either going to find out on Raw next Monday or at Survivor Series itself who that last member will be. So I do think they will somehow get the upper hand over Damage Control and Rhea Ripley. How, I don't really know. But the person I can honestly see joining Bianca's team is Candice LeRae, because she has also been in a War Games match before. Asuka, Bianca, and Alexa have not. So that is going to be one of the key things in there, is because Candice has experience in a War Game style match. Same with Dakota and Io with Damage Control. And so is Rhea. Because they have had experience with War Game style matches before. So that is going to be one of the key things. Now, how stuff like Bianca, Asuka, Alexa will be in that type of match, I don't really know, because a War Games match is more than just 10 people in 2 rings fighting, because you're also going to add stuff like tables and chairs and kendo sticks and whatever else is underneath the ring. So it's like a buffet of weapons they can get from underneath the ring to put in the match. Like one of EO's biggest spots she took in the 2019 War Games match was her doing a sort of like a dive off the top of the cage inside a trash can. So that is going to be one of the key things. But I do think in some sort of fashion, how I don't really know. We could see an appearance with Beth Phoenix and Tegan, just to kind of screw over Damage Control, sort of like a haunting of their past. Because with Damage Control, because the other thing I can see as well is Damage Control probably has more enemies than they do friends on both the Raw roster, the SmackDown roster. With them also taking out people like Aaliyah and hurting Raquel Rodriguez and all of them as well. So that won't help them as much either. Now, it's possible, highly unlikely, but it's possible you could see Raquel Rodriguez in that match in some way. Like I said, it's possible, not likely, but it's possible. So I want to hear from you. Let me know who you think out of these matches so far I have mentioned, who you think will win, and why. Please make it family friendly. And